Hey, so if you've watched my video which I just posted, which you probably haven't because I just posted it and not many people watch my videos, I was talking about books, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this video because I love books and you're going to be annoyed, but that's okay. I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to make specific videos about specific authors, and then when I run out of, I don't have enough books to fill an author video, I'm just going to decide that I will just show books, more books. Books by different authors is what I was trying to think of. This is Daisy, and this is Gatsby. Which, if you know those names from anywhere, I'll be talking about F. Scott Fitzgerald, who wrote The Great Gatsby. I got the shirt on lithographs.com. It's like lithographs, but they couldn't afford the H. They make posters, which are really cool, and they make t-shirts now. If you're wondering what the shirt says, it's every single word from The Great Gatsby. Which is, I think, a very cool thing. You should check them out. I'll put a link in the description thing down there. I should never point in these things because they'll always change them. Anyway, F. Scott Fitzgerald. The first book I'm going to show is The Last Tycoon, which I just showed in my last video. I have never read this book, and I'm going to someday. It's actually an unfinished novel, apparently, because that's what it says on the second page. The first page says The Last Tycoon, and then the second page, the first page is blank, the second page says The Last Tycoon, the third page says The Last Tycoon, an unfinished novel by F. Scott Fitzgerald, which is the man this is all about. More on this in a second, sort of. This is another copy of The Last Tycoon, which, if you see, they have some similarities. They're both solid colors with the different colored band thing here. This one has his name, this one does also on the side. This is a double book. Dual book is not a word, not a phrase, but I'm gonna say it. It's This Side of Paradise and The Last Tycoon, which you can actually kind of see that, which is awesome. It starts with This Side of Paradise, which is a book that I've read a lot of, but not enough. I'll be honest, I haven't read the whole thing, even though I should. It starts with a quote, which all good books start with quotes, especially when they are just extremely, not pretentious quotes, but quotes from people like Oscar Wilde, or there was another quote by someone else in here, but I can't find it now. Maybe I'm making that up. You'll never know unless you buy this. Oh, Rupert Brooke. And that quote is, well, this side of paradise, there's little comfort in the wise. Which, this side of paradise is in the quote, and that's also the name of the book. So, I think that's where he got the name from, maybe. Or maybe the guy was talking about the book. You may never know. Unless we Google it, which is something amazing we have now. And then this one also says The Last Tycoon, an unfinished novel. Whoa, that got really dark. That's cool. Sorry, I'm not used to this. Whoa, it's got cool pictures in it. Or a diagram or something. It looks like this, but it's different books. This is The Great Gatsby and Tender is the Night. The Great Gatsby you may have heard of, it's on my shirt. It is a very famous book. It has a quote also. Let's see. Tender is the Night also has a quote. So basically, any book he finished, he put a quote in, is what I'm learning from that. Moving right along. Tender is the Night I don't know very much about, to be honest. I would like to read it someday, but I don't know much about it. Which I said, This Side of Paradise, this is my other copy. I got this for like $4, which was a great deal, because his books are very good. I recommend his books. The Great Gatsby, you probably will have to read it in school, but if you don't, I suggest reading it. And if you do, please actually read it, because I didn't read the whole thing the first time, and I regret it. It's a very good book, and so are most of the books they have you read in school. You may not think that when you're a freshman in high school, but Of Mice and Men is actually a good book. This Side of Paradise, I went over that sort of in some brief detail. The Beautiful and the Damned. I love this cover, and I love the side of it too. I don't know why I like these things so much, but I do. And Flappers and Philosophers is another book. Look, if I put them on a shelf like that together, they look good together. Let me see. Flappers and Philosophers is a book of short stories, and it's dedicated to his wife, Zelda. Not of Zelda fame, Legend of Zelda, because she was dead before that game was invented, I assume. Here's another book, The Beautiful and the Damned. It starts with a quote. I don't know much about either of those two, but I will one day read them, because they're in my library, and I have to. The Great Gatsby, the authorized text. This is... the copy of this that you probably always see is like this. I didn't like that copy because it was just the only copy I ever saw, so I wanted to get something a little bit different. I saw this, which it has some border around it, so it's a bit different, but I'm not a huge fan of the differences. I wish it was more different. That's why I like that one. But also, it's got some writing in it. That's okay. I don't know if you ever noticed this, but in his eyes are naked women. So that's a cool fact, if you didn't know that. I didn't know that until earlier this year, and I read this book a year and a half ago, maybe? Yeah, around a year and a half ago. So that is all my books by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Another book by him is a very short story called The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, not based on the movie. I need to stop saying that. The movie's based on that. And it's very sad in some ways, and it's a good book, and so are all his books, so please just read. Read his books, read any book. Thank you.